Okay, I want you to forget everything you think you know about AI chatbots. Seriously, because today we're not just talking about AI, we're going to build a digital employee, an AI assistant that works for you 24/7 on your terms. And we're going to show you exactly how to do it with a tool called OpenClaw.
You know, if you're a founder or you run a small business, this probably hits really close to home. You're the CEO, you're the scheduler, the customer service rep. You're doing it all at once. That list of repetitive, operational tasks that just eats up your time, it feels endless. And yeah, it is absolutely exhausting.
Now, what if you could just offload all of that work? I mean, imagine hiring an employee who never sleeps, never forgets anything, and costs less than your daily coffee budget. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's a fundamental shift in how we can automate our work.
So let's meet your new hire. This is OpenClaw. And I want to be clear, this isn't just another smarter chatbot. It's like a different species of tool altogether. It's not here to just talk about your to-do list. It's here to actually do your to-do list.
The magic behind all this is a concept called Agentic AI. And it's actually pretty simple. You just give the AI a goal and it figures out the how. It plans the steps and then it takes action, moving way beyond a simple conversation and into real-world execution. And this slide illustrates the difference perfectly. With a standard chatbot, right, you might discuss organizing your desktop, and then you have to go and do all the work. With OpenClaw, you have that same discussion, and then it rolls up its virtual sleeves to rename, categorize, and move the files for you. It's the difference between a consultant who gives advice and an executive assistant who gets things done. And all this is possible because of three key superpowers. First, it has full access to the computer it runs on. It can operate files in your browser just like a person would. Second, it has a persistent memory, so it actually learns your preferences over time. And third, and this is a big one, it has proactive autonomy. It doesn't just sit there waiting for your command. It can run tasks on a schedule, completely on its own. And maybe the best part of all, there's no new, complicated interface to learn. You interact with your AI assistant through the messaging apps you're already in all day long. WhatsApp, Slack, Telegram, you name it. This completely changes the dynamic. It doesn't feel like using a tool, it feels like you're just texting a highly capable teammate. Okay, enough with the theory. Let's get our hands dirty. We're going to build a complete, end-to-end business workflow and turn this cool idea into a practical, time-saving machine right now. So here's what we're going to do. We're setting up a simple but super powerful three-part automation. First, we'll tell our assistant to monitor for our brand mentions on social media. Then, we'll schedule it to run every single morning. And finally, it will deliver a concise report right into our team's Slack. Easy. All right, step one is just the setup, and it's as simple as talking to a person. You literally just tell it what you want it to look for and where to look, all in plain English. No coding required. The agent understands your goal and automatically picks the right tools for the job. And now for the magic of autonomy. Using a simple scheduling command, for you tech-savvy folks out there, it's called a cron job. You can tell your assistant to perform this task at the same time every day. You set it up one time and it runs forever without you ever having to think about it again. That's the power right there. And here it is, the payoff. Every single morning, without fail, a report lands in your team's Slack channel. It highlights the key mentions, it analyzes the sentiment, and it even flags conversations that need a human to jump in. This entire process, from monitoring all the way to reporting, is now completely 100% automated. So, how is all this actually working? Let's pull back the curtain for a second and take a quick peek under the hood. Understanding the simple logic behind this is really key to trusting the system. Okay, so the most important thing to get is this. Think of OpenClaw as an operating system for AI. The large language model, like Claude or GPT-4, that's the brain doing all the thinking. But OpenClaw provides the hands that allow that brain to actually interact with your computer and execute tasks. The whole process starts with you. You send a message from an app you already use, like Telegram. That message gets picked up by the OpenClaw gateway, which basically acts as the central control tower. Next, up the gateway sends your request to what's called the agent runtime. You can think of this like a workshop, where the brain gets access to all the hands, your local tools like file access and browser control. And finally, the agent executes whatever actions are needed right there on your machine. As soon as the task is done, it sends a report right back to you on Telegram. This whole loop, from your message to the action to the confirmation, it all happens seamlessly. And this all operates under a really important core philosophy. Because you self-host OpenClaw on your own hardware, you keep complete control. Your data stays private, your assistant follows your rules, and the entire operation just runs on your terms.
All right, now that we understand the what and the how, let's really focus on the why. What is the real, tangible impact of putting parts of your business on autopilot with an AI employee like this?
And this isn't just some theoretical time saver. Check this out. One real-world family tea business put OpenClaw to work on scheduling, customer follow-ups, and managing their inventory. The result? They saved over 10 hours of manual work every single week.
And let's just look at the raw numbers here. Hiring a human assistant can easily cost over $40,000 a year, and they work business hours. An AI employee, it can cost around $49 a month, it works 24/7, and it has a perfect searchable memory. The value proposition here is just incredibly clear.
And believe me, we've only just scratched the surface. Just imagine an assistant that transcribes your meetings and pulls out all the action items. Or one that automatically onboards new clients with a standard workflow, turns photos of your receipts into an expense report, or even checks you in for your flights. The possibilities are truly transformative. So that brings us to the final question, and this one is for you. As you think about your own daily grind, those tedious, repetitive tasks that just drain your energy, what's the very first thing you would delegate to your new AI employee?